call it Otigba on Computer Village, West Africa's largest ICT cluster, has evolved. Right at the heart of Nigeria's vibrant economic capital, Lagos, Otigba stands strong. From the once small and simple marketing hub for global computer brands to local assembling of desktop and laptop computers, repairs, marketing of phones and all known phone accessories, sale of digital cameras, printers and hard drives, name it, Computer Village now serves the sub-Saharan African market. The over 15 years old market is for men and women of integrity and deep business acumen, entrepreneurs who are daring and successful professionals. But where did it all begin?
In the area around Ikeja village where they call Anibi, or that area is not meant for commercial activities. It's a residential area, but few of us came together in the early 2000s and we started pockets of companies, okay, that metamorphosed to what it is today.
This market started 1996 to 99. Initially it was just for small players, very few shops. It was just on the two streets, Otigba and Olayeni, and later expanded to Pepul, Oremeji, and even Awolowo Road. The business was initially to sell computer products for the personal computer, the laptop, the small printer for small business units.
Since then, what has changed?
Primarily on the way business is being run. Secondly, on the perception about the market, which used to have a very big problem back in the days, because people are now beginning to see that most of the people that are down here doing business are educated, legitimate business people who does not only count on their profit but make sure that the regulations of the agencies are met, their taxes are duly paid. That has changed a lot of the kind of business people that we receive in the market over the years.
I will mention the one that affects me directly, and that is a bit painful. The fact that the profit margin is always gone into the wings, because it's like we used to make like 20%, even up to 25%. The least margin you make in the past was 10%. Now we hardly make 1%. So we depend on turnover to really make it around here.
Otigba, a multi-billion-dollar ICT cluster, is in no small measure an economic driver for the nation's thriving ICT sector and undoubtedly contributes immensely to Nigeria's fast internet penetration, which according to Internet World Stats stands at 70,300,000, representing 39.7% national penetration and 23.6% African penetration as of June 30th, 2014. In terms of transaction volume and market reach, the players say these are unprecedented.
This market does, in my view, about 100 million phones a year from all the statistics available to us. So 100 million phones in the country, this market will do at least 80% of that, which will be about 80 million phones. So I'll say maybe about 7 to 8 million phones a month. That is in the phone business. If you take an average phone price of 15,000 naira, it's huge. So if you are looking at this market, may well be doing something in the neighborhood of maybe anywhere neighborhood of 10 to 15 to 100 to 20 billion a month.
I know for sure that in that neighborhood, there's nowhere in Africa, as we speak, that they do the kind of massive business and the kind of revenue we generate from that place. I don't know the industry that, apart from oil, that can be compared to Computer Village.
It's huge, and it's not limited to Nigeria alone. People from other West African countries, they come here to buy from us. In fact, they come more in the past than now. They still come, and it's like when people want to buy computer, they come here because they know this is where they get the best of prices. Because there is a lot of, we move a lot. Like, when I want to buy desktop, at once I buy like 500 units, even laptops.
The size of the market it runs in billions per week, because it's huge. And people might not really see the size of the market because the commodities are micro, billions of naira. And of course, the IT industry is it's a very capital-intensive industry. A lot of money moves around here, but the extent of the money that moves around also depends on the performance of the economy at each point in time.
With a continuous expansion initiative and an organized union, the market has opened up and attracted other businesses of worth like food vendors, banks, clothes sellers, among others, to itself. Even direct revenue has continued to go to both government and private property owners through paid parking lots and building leases. Now, what future lies for Africa's largest ICT market?
There has been move by the governments to take the market out of here and probably relocate us elsewhere. But I tell you sincerely, that's going to be a very hard task, in the sense that many of the owners of the so-called residential houses, they have sold them to our people, and they have become shops and offices. And I'm sure our people don't want to live here. All they want to do is do their business here. So I think the best they could do is extend it, like I said.
Computing now is going online. The biggest challenge today are the online shops. Marketing is moving from brick and mortar to the online. I believe this is an online medium. And companies like Konga, they are ahead of their time. They may not make profits today, but they are companies of tomorrow.
We can continue doing trading till infinity. So we're also looking at that period of the years when we should now start to talk to our partners on how to set up assembling plants in Nigeria. Because the Nigerian market is very big, considering the size of the country. So if people put their mind set on maybe in the next 10 years, this is what we are expected to do. Though a lot of people are doing that now. Some people are beginning to couple their own brand of computers. Some of us have gotten into our own brands of mobile phones. But most of the times, these things are still on OEM. They are manufactured outside. But we are looking at a point in our business life where some of those things, maybe 30–40% of the components of the fixing of this thing should be done locally in Nigeria.
The former governor, which is Ashiaju Ahmed Tinubu, gave us a land when he was there at Amikonle, which is Okeodo local government, and the land is still there. And I believe the immediate past governor, Baji Fashola, tried to do something about it, and I believe Ambode would be the one that will actualize it. So that is in place already. That's why we need to build a befitting ICT hub, as I will call it, because everybody comes in from West African countries to buy from Nigeria.
So, whether Computer Village relocates now or later, it was time the market players sang their own songs through an annual trade show.